Last time on Syberia, we tracked down the hand thief, this creepy music van inside the derelict mine. Seems trustworthy. That is a really old picture of her. This is actually kind of creepy. Alright, what do we got here? Young Helena Romansky's crystal clear voice moves amateurs and professionals alike. Gathered for the ninth Vaudor Festival. Gathered for the ninth Vaudor Festival in Brussels. Young Helena Romansky's crystal clear voice moves amateurs and professionals alike. Gathered for the ninth Vaudor Festival in Brussels. The young Russian soprano was the revelation of the event. She is an exceptionally talented singer, and at the tender age of 20, Helena looks to have a very promising career ahead of her. Helena Romansky's finest numbers are collected here on this golden disc, millions of copies of which are being sold around the world. Comrade Helena Romansky sings for the people, her series of recitals with pianos performed in the factories of our great republic. After Kiev, our diva arrives at Komkolzgrad. Ravishing Helena is seen here the factory director, Comrade Borodin, and several admirers. Helena Romansky's success in Europe is assured. The great Helena Romansky, our nation's glory, appears at triumphs every night on Europe's most famous stages. Following from Milan, Paris, and Vienna, Helena Romansky gave an exceptional recital in which her voice was even more powerful and moving than ever. Helena Romansky at this point is at the peak of her artistic career, and her recitals that year are exceptional. The high point and testimony to the greatness is her unforgettable interpretation of Rigoletto, sung with her great friend, the Russian tenor Frank Malkovich. Let us not forget that the latter has recently decided to pursue a career in the United States. I had a feeling I would have to talk about that guy. Yesterday evening, adoring crowds filled out the Bourgeois to say their fond farewells to Helena Romansky, their diva, making her last ever public appearance. Romansky revolutionized lyrical artistry, and her name has already passed into posterity. Through the well of emotion, her fatigue and illness, she merely managed to utter a tearful thank you. She's dead, isn't she? Letters, okay. Not known at this address, return to sender. Oh, he sent letters to her. She's gonna be dead. I gotta call my mom.
Hi, Mom?
Kate! What? Have you seen the time? Why are you phoning me in the middle of the night?
Sorry, Mom. I forgot about the time zones. Did I wake you?
Well, of course you woke me up. I was sleeping deeply, too. I've simply got to get my beauty sleep. I've got an absolutely crazy day tomorrow.
I'm sorry. It's just that it's real important and urgent. I haven't got a lot of time.
Well, if it really can't wait till tomorrow, Munchkin, come on, tell your mommy what's up. No way I'm calling Dan for you, if that's what you want.
Mom, listen, please. I seem to remember you're seeing a Marovich or something like that at the moment.
No. Malkovich, Munchkin. Frank Malkovich.
Yeah, right. So, but he's an opera singer, right?
That's right. They say he had the finest voice of his time, my dear. Imagine that.
That's just great. So then he must have known a famous singer called Helena Romansky. She's Russian, too. Please, if you can ask him if...
Listen, honey, if it's stars you're after, Frank knows them all. I'll just wake him up and let him tell you himself.
You mean he's...
Do you know this song? Oh, Kate, listen, you're still there. Frank tells me he did hang out with a Romansky once, but it was platonic. You know those singers. She's a great soprano.
Great. Does he know where she went? Does she still sing? Where does she live?
1 second, Munchkin. Do you know? Frank says she was very ill and she withdrew from circulation. Really? Oh, what is... Oh, okay. She went to rest in some spa somewhere. He thinks it was called Arrowbad, but it was 15 years ago and he's not sure. And, well, honey, when Frank wakes up, he always takes a little bit of time to get going, you know.
Thanks a bundle, Mom. And Frank, too. You're both fantastic. Love you both. Thanks again. Catch you later.
A note? I got a note? What is that? Oh no, it's a topic of conversation. Arlbald. Whatever. That was 15 years ago and she was sick. She's probably dead. I'll just look at her. She's probably dead. I like how they actually did the whole conversation thing there. You could hear her. It's a nice touch. I don't see a lot in games when they have those phone calls. You would hear that part of the conversation. I'm gonna find out she's dead.
Hello?
Did I wake you up? I can't sleep at all. This whole business just keeps turning round and round in my head.
What business, Dan?
But Kate, that argument we had, have you forgotten? I really need to talk about that again.
Oh, I guess we were both a little high-strung, that's all. But don't sweat it, okay?
Yeah, sure. Getting carried away never solves anything, does it? I must say I felt really dumb when I hung up.
Really?
Yeah, I left the door to my office open and I was convinced everybody around heard me.
Oh. I'm so embarrassed, Dan. Please say I'm sorry to your colleagues from me.
It doesn't matter, honey. Promise me that you will never put me in that state again. You're usually so delightful. I have the impression that this journey is putting more than distance between us.
Well, it's true I'm living a whole load of new and amazing experiences.
Okay, I see. And still no Hans Worlberg?
No.
Keep me posted. You know how important you are to me. Hurry home, huh?
I'll try. Big hug, Dan.
That was nicer, but there's still that selfishness there. But at least he's not being as big a dick. I don't know. Hey guys, I think she's dead.
Director.
Ah, it is you, Miss Walker.
Director, I think I know where Helena Romansky is.
My God, you have found Helena? That is fantastic.
Arrowbot.
From my research, Helena Romansky is living in Arrowbad.
Arrowbad? Helena Romansky is in Arrowbad.
You know the town, then? You know where it is?
Of course. It was a famous spa resort. In its heyday, Arrowbad welcomed all the big wigs of the regime. To be granted a stay there was a real honor. Today, the honor has gone, along with all the generals and colonels, all washed away with the sea.
It sounds like a good place if you need to take it easy or convalesce.
I think Madame Romansky would be happier here. I think she'll prefer the peace and quiet here, the perfect tranquility of our little town.
Well, how do we get her here, then?
How can I get to Arrowbad?
There is one way that you can. Here in the city, there are no suitable vehicles left. But that drunk old fool living up there, he'll have something.
What drunken old fool? You mean you're not alone? What's up there?
You mean you haven't noticed the space compound on the plateau? There's still some pathetic old soldier guarding it. But he's more interested these days in reaching for another bottle than reaching for the stars.
And you think this gentleman could have a vehicle for me?
I haven't the slightest idea. If you catch him on a good day, then maybe. But good days for him are far and few between. I wish you luck.
How do I get up to the space compound then?
There is a monorail that leads up to the Cosmodrome. When you are inside, I will activate the automatic pilot.
Success!
Okay.
I am count.
We will find this old, most likely dead lady. To the monorail. That does not look safe at all. Who is it now?
Hello?
Kate! Oh, that you? How are you?
Olivia. Great, just the right person. Look, have you heard of Helena Romansky?
No. Is she some Russian fashion designer?
No, she's a singer. I'm going to be meeting her soon. I've just got to find a way of reaching Arlbad. Can you imagine how lucky I am?
Not really. Well, what relation's this singer got with the toy Koke? You sure you know what you're up to, Kate? You sound really different, like you're changing or something.
Look, it's like this. If I'm going to get to the end of my journey, I've got to link up this singer and the director of the Komkalsgrad Industrial City. Don't worry, I know exactly what I'm doing. Why did you say that I've changed?
I don't know, just an impression. You sound more sure of yourself, like stronger, more confident.
And that's a problem?
There you go. Just takes one word and you're up on your high horse. I'm beginning to see Dan's point of view. It's getting harder and harder to back you up all the time.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that I had a drink or two with Dan, because he wants to talk. He feels a bit lonely, you see?
And what's he been telling you?
Nothing. He just has the impression you're slipping away from him. He can't see where you're coming from anymore. Like, we went to the movies the other day, and he said that you would have loved the film, but I told him that...
You mean you're dating my fiancé?
No! No, not dating, Kate. Just propping him up while you're away. All in a good cause. I can keep an eye on him for you at the same time.
What would I do without you?
Oh, you're jealous. Well, that's a good sign. That means you want him. Now, that he'll be pleased to hear.
You seeing each other again soon?
Tomorrow night. He invited me to dinner at the Goldberg. You don't mind, do you, Kate?
No worries. Look, I've got to go, Olivia. Take care.
You're stealing his... She's stealing your man! But then again, your man's been kind of a prick lately, so who cares? 1 second. Alright, what's up here? Let us see if this man can take us to space. Oh, there's a few places to go, aren't there? Up there, I think, is where the guy would be. That's a giant door again. Did Hans make a clockwork spaceship? That'd be kind of cool. Syberia is the moon. It looks like that bird's on your head. I like it. Well, I can't go... That's a Zeppelin! I don't think that's a good sign. And now we go the other way. That looks like a space shuttle. That looks like it's a place where some giant cat poops. And here's the door. Whoa. I'd rather take the Zeppelin than that thing. I don't want to get in a paper airplane and flown out a giant slingshot. Map. Panels that I can't deal with. What's this? What's with all these cryptic things? There's a key here, which apparently goes right here. Alright.
This thing's jammed.
Okay, so I don't have to shoot that yet. Oh, wires I gotta plug in. There we go. Now they work, alright. Blood sample required. What? Okay. I need a blood sample? What do I need a blood sample for? Oh, let's turn it off for now, just in case.
This thing's...
Oh, maybe... Oh. Oh.
If that's going to work...
Okay. I need to fill this with blood, I guess, now. That... Did not see that coming. Well, let's check this pod here. Or walk by it to the next room. Whatever. Oh, the other side. Other side. I still haven't found the residents of here, which I think will be in the blimp. Yeah, there he is. Hello, sir.
I need a key.
Oh! That's an automaton. Okay. Well, I guess he's probably living in that other space pod that I passed by. Makes sense. Those things are supposed to support astronauts for like weeks or months at a time. I think. I don't know a lot about astronauts, to be honest. Well, judging by the bottles, I'm right. Hello. You look sad.
Excuse me. Sir, sorry to disturb you, but yoo-hoo. Can you hear me?
3, 2, 1, contact, and we have liftoff. Oh, holy mother, a dame, a pretty dame on the launch pad.
Please, no need to worry, sir. Just do stay calm. I just want some information.
Watch what you're doing, sweetheart. We ain't got no information, no strategies, no plans to tell anyone, anywhere, anytime. Military regulations, you dig it, man?
Why are you weirded out by women on the launch pad when you have a picture of one right there? I know that's that famous person, too. I forget her name. That's the first woman in space, I think? Whatever.
While I was walking around here, I noticed a very impressive airship. It's kind of strange to find such a ship in the middle of all these rockets. Does it still work? What do you use it for?
That airship used to take us all the way to the Aralbad beaches. And now we're grounded. For good. Mama used to say to me, son, aim for the stars and you might hit the moon. So I aimed for the stars, but all I hit was the bottle.
Nothing around here works? Everything's broken?
Well, of course not. Everything works perfectly. I may be an old Cossack alcoholic, but I ain't mad, and I do my duty. To your very good health.
Thank you.
Well, I also saw that picture of Sputnik. Cool. Mission. You know what? I haven't introduced myself to, like, anyone. Let's introduce yourself.
My name's Kate Walker. I'm a lawyer from... I'm a bit lost. And I guess you know this place.
Boris Charov, at your service, madam. Can I offer you something from the bar?
No, thank you. Tell me, how long have you been here?
For as long as it took for you to come along, sweet pea. Don't think I've been lonely. I got a bottle or two here. Keep me company?
You're a soldier, aren't you? Ex-cosmonaut?
Hey, honey, that's all in the past. Hell, let's talk about today. Let's have a drink. That's an order, soldier.
Why is everyone in this universe crazy? I have a mission.
Please, can you try and get a grip? I must absolutely find a way out of this industrial complex.
Jeez, me too. I've really got to get out of this dump, but not before I've had a little drink. Here, get your pretty little lips around this. Vodka. Tell me what you think.
Do you have a vehicle to lend me? I think I'd even test one of your rockets right now if I had to.
Toast my rockets. Hey, pretty dame, I'll drink to that. Now, just a minute. I need a special bottle for this special occasion. Something to blow you away. 3, 2, 1, contact, and we have liftoff.
Okay, that's enough.
What was that? Did you say something? Are our female comrades revolting or what? Oh, trouble on its way. Bottoms up. Power to the babushkas.
I like how they actually alter the text to sound more natural as speech. It's the small things that are just great. Arlbot. I said Arlbot.
I need to get to Arlbad, and quick.
You go ahead, soldier. I'll stay here and keep you covered. I got the supplies here. Got to keep an eye on them. Tricky job, too, you know. All these bottles.
Well, why can't I still ask about the bird?
So many birds nesting around here. What attracts them all here like that?
Dumb birds. But at least a bird don't get bored, does it? See? They can fly. Them birds, geez, they can fly.
Sounds like you're jealous of them.
Well, maybe you're just right there. 'Cause sometimes I like to let Soyuz loose and watch them circle for hours on end. The birds, they crap themselves when they see him coming. Don't stop them coming back, though.
Soyuz?
Soyuz, ma'am. A silver angel. A savior who cleans our cosmodrome of them dirty rats with dirty wings.
How do I use that thing? What else do you have that I could use? Do you know Hans?
Does the name Hans Vorarlberg mean anything to you?
Karlsberg. Of course I know that name. But sorry, it's been a long time since I've seen something like that around here.
Vorarlberg. He's a person. I'm looking for him, and I think he might have come by here a few years ago.
Well, in that case, let us raise our glasses to this brave man and his very good health.
I heard that maybe you could lend me a vehicle or something?
A vehicle? All our vehicles were picked up and shipped out to the borders years ago. General's orders. I say, let us raise our glass to this finest soldier this country's ever known, little lady.
I don't mean to offend you, but I'm not in the mood for a drink right now.
And you'll live to regret it to your dying days, sweetheart. To your health, while you have it.
Wow, that was useless.
I was going to... Forget it, it doesn't matter. He's too drunk to help anyone anyway.
I am not drunk. I have drunk. A little.
You're pretty damn drunk. I'm gonna take your bottle here.
Strange. Sure, I left a bottle or two around here. I gotta get some air. Wall's getting pretty tight. We'll think about that blast off later, huh?
Are you okay, Colonel? Are you sure you're all right? Be careful! Don't lean out too far or you'll...
Okay. Let's go take more of his stuff. Anything else worth stealing? His bottle? His other... Oh, there. Papers! Okay. Subsequent to inspections over the last year, our comrades in the Government Space Commission have reached an unfavorable conclusion concerning the Vorarlberg project. The Vorarlberg project? They did make a spaceship. Here are their findings. The Space Commission is convinced that Hans Vorarlberg research will yield no concrete results capable of serving the military interests of our country, or of the advancing its space program. It is considered that this project will only bring ridicule to our country and give a very poor image of our national space industry abroad. During the last few years, in a long succession of fruitless attempts, Comrade Vorarlberg has clearly demonstrated the limits of his knowledge of mechanical sciences. Consequently, we have ordered the irrevocable suspension of the program. It has been deemed counter-revolutionary, and we now withdraw all collaboration with Comrade Vorarlberg. Wow, they just said fuck him. This decision has been approved by the Supreme Soviet, who adopted with a clear majority the Central Committee Directive of April 15th relating to the definitive cancellation of the Vorarlberg spring-loaded launch pad project. You were gonna spring launch something into space? That would be amazing. The directive announces the provisional closure of the Cosmodrome, and reassignment of Vorarlberg project test pilots to other domains. The surviving ones. Wow, that's kind of amazing. There's the key, and where's something else? Nothing else. You were going to spring launch people into space. You know, up till now you've been pretty ingenious. This, however, I gotta say, no.